Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
Hi, I'm Jack Berry, and we're here with Jerry Matthews, who has an enormous, wonderful world of stories and getting into the golf business in Michigan that was started by his father in the way back. And W. Bruce Matthews is in the Michigan Golf Hall of Fame. He's been honored by the Michigan Golf Course Owners Association. And why did that all happen? Let's go way back. And now let's go back into the Matthews family scrapbook.
Well, this is a picture, I don't know the year, 1927 basketball team at Michigan Agricultural College, which of course is now Michigan State University. It's the varsity basketball team. No, it's the freshman basketball team, excuse me. They had freshman teams back then. But anyway, at that point in time, my dad played basketball one year, and then he couldn't play anymore for other reasons. But he then became the assistant coach and manager of this team, and that's him over in this corner. And he worked with them quite a while and actually went to one road trip to the University of Indiana because the head coach got sick, and he always came back and always complained about that at the end of the story, that we were robbed, the referees robbed us, but things never change sometimes. My dad, when he got out of school, went for work for a firm in Boston, Stiles and Van Cleek, and one of his first projects was to go down to Florida and build a golf course. It's still there, Tarpon Springs, a municipal golf course at Tarpon Springs. And one of his jobs when he worked there was to keep a timesheet of every employee by hour and by how much they paid, 65 cents an hour or $1 or whatever it was. And this whole sheet here is by month, by week I mean. And there's, I think, about 9 sheets of these figures for one job. And then they didn't pay very much. This is my dad in the office at Green Ridge Country Club outside of Grand Rapids, Michigan, taken about 1944 or mid-40s, and at that time when he was he was the manager superintendent at Green Ridge, and I think he also spent some time in the pro shop because times were pretty lean then. This is a picture of the clubhouse area at Green Ridge Country Club, taken probably in the early 40s. The driving range is out that way, the golf course is out that way. And that's where my dad was the manager superintendent for 27 years, and that's the world that I got into the golf business in, starting to rake bunkers for $1 an hour. This is a picture of my dad while he was still the manager superintendent at Green Ridge Country Club outside of Grand Rapids, which was a 27-hole private course. And this picture, I don't know who took it, but it was taken on the 18th green at that golf course before he stopped that job and became a golf course architect full-time. Looking at a photo in 1955 when my dad was hired to design the West Golf Course at Michigan State University, Forest Acres West, and this is my dad here on the right, and on the left is Harold Lautner, who was in charge of the landscape architecture at Michigan State University and was a classmate of my dad's, and in the center is Biggie Munn, who was a pretty fine football coach and became athletic director. All right, this was a sketch, I guess you'd say, of my father that appeared in the Grand Rapids Press in 1964, and he was really well known for having the best greens in western Michigan. He really loved to grow grass and do it well. A family shot of the Matthews people involved in the golf industry. On the right, here's myself. This is my dad in the center. This is my brother Wally, who was the manager at Grand Haven Golf Club for years. This is Wally's son, Bruce, who worked for me for a while and is now on his own in the golf course architecture business. This is a picture of the annual meeting of the American Society of Golf Course Architects in Naples, Florida. The second meeting we could attend. We went to the first one in California, but we weren't officially in until this meeting. And we didn't have our plain red jackets, which were in at the time. My dad without his and myself without his. So we went from plain red bellhop jackets to plaid red Scottish warriors. Oh, here's a picture of the American Society of Golf Course Architects Annual Meeting in 1980, and happens to be at the Glen Eagles Hotel in Scotland, which is where the Ryder Cup was just finished up. And somewhere in there is my picture of myself, and my dad is somewhere right there. 1980. This is my dad receiving his Senior Citizen Award from the American Society of Golf Course Architects at our annual meeting. And this is myself over here, and that is a gentleman from Chicago. I can't remember his name. I wish I could. This is a picture of my father receiving an award by the Michigan Golf Course Owners Association, which they were kind enough to label the W. Bruce Matthews Award for all his work in golf throughout the years, and that was in 1999.